I'm Mike AD, and this is This Week in Wrestling. This week starts with Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns comes out to the usual epic boos. So many Roman signs in this audience they can only be planted. This promo takes an insane turn into left field and claims he has to relinquish the Universal Championship. Apparently Roman has battled leukemia for over a decade now, and it's recently come back. It's sad, really. The only cheers this guy even got were when he was going out the door. There is serious potential here for an epic babyface return, and unfortunately it may take this man almost dying to get the reaction the WWE wants from their chosen hero. He then lays down the title and walks up the ramp. Then the Shield comes out and the tears begin to flow. That was real. Intense. We're getting Ambrose and Rollins against McIntyre and Ziggler. Can you see the writing on the wall here? We're getting a title switch, and DX is here. Finn takes on that evil 747 with human skin, Bobby Lashley. Is there a mute button for this show? There it is. Lots of flexing, beatdowns, Lio Rush, absolute disdain by the crowd until Balor gets offense and then they come to life. The finish is a Finn Balor roll-up victory. Really? A 190-pound guy rolled up by a 270-pound guy. Forget it. Sasha is against Ruby Riott as the salad spinner of interchangeable opponents hits week number 12. How long have Sasha and Bayley been fighting the Riott Squad? I figured I was watching the wrestling version of Groundhog Day. You know, the same day until the guy gets it right? Let's do this right. Evolution. Beat these three and get on with it. What do you dream about? I dream about these 6 women getting as far away from each other as possible after this Sunday. A replay of last week's Boiler Room promo. Perhaps the Taker has been doing HVAC in his time off. Nia Jax reads from a teleprompter and says how she's not going to win the Battle Royal. More old guys, making fun of the video, plugging the Halloween movie, claim that people came to see the old guys. Somehow they're better. But only after you buried the entire roster for 5 years. Now a scary cemetery promo back from 1990. Nostalgia appears to be on sale. Total fromage. Roman announcement. Replay number 1. With Roman out of the way, Braun will go one-on-one with Lesnar for the vacant Universal Championship. Dana Brooke has been passed over too long. You want to know why? You suck. Who cares? Out comes Paul Heyman to put over Roman and put over the title. Too bad Lesnar didn't help the title. He then changes gears and runs down Strowman. Out comes Strowman to put over Roman. Can you say babyface turn? And like clockwork, McIntyre lays out Braun on the ramp, quickly accomplishing 2 things. 1. Undoing the Braun Strowman heel turn that he was executed to push Roman Reigns as the top babyface. And 2. Cementing McIntyre as the new monster heel. McIntyre's backstage. Are you afraid of repercussions? Nope. Badass. Don't fuck this up. Elias then plays some of the best work he's ever done. Cue the interruption. It's Apollo Catering. A guy with his size and skill set should have a much higher position. Great job, creative. If I see one more kip up, and like Kaiser Sose, Apollo's push. Done. Kurt Angle then cuts a promo putting over everyone in the tournament, as if it means anything. Elias is back again, but predictably he's interrupted. Is there a website where I can bet wrestling? Man, tonight was predictable. Just saying. I could have made $500 tonight. Corman comes out and defecates the usual diarrhea and threatens to fire him. Elias begrudgingly leaves, but then returns, crushing another guitar over Corbin's back, effectively turning Elias babyface. Corbin is not having a good month. Michael Cole, go away. Contract signing time. Fast forward. Ronda is going to end Nikki at Evolution. Expect the Ronda Steamroller to crush on through WrestleMania. Roman replay number 2. Dean and Seth in the back look like they're going to break down at any second. Time to channel all those emotions into a title win, guys. Fatal 4-way to prove nothing. Ember Moon, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, and Tamina in a futile effort to gain some kind of false momentum. Ember wins. Trish and Lita backstage in a segment that leaves no room for doubt. At the pay-per-view because Trish and Lita lay out Mickie James in the emotional dumpster fire. Now for the main event. This was a good match, and the emotions led this one to a predictable conclusion. Strowman comes out and chases off McIntyre, and Ziggler takes the pin. They celebrate. The crowd cheers, and then Ambrose lays out Rollins in the most improbable timing of a turn these eyes have seen. Everyone is gobstopped. The look on that woman's face said it all. What the fuck? On the night where Roman bears all, lays down the Universal title because he has cancer, an emotional embrace, and then win the tag titles only to see Ambrose turn and betray Rollins. He then dirty deeds him on the cement floor, leaving him dead to rights. He then walks out through the crowd to monolithic chorus of hatred. Just epic. On to Tuesday night with Smackdown. The show starts with The New Day running down the Big Show. Eventually we get The Show versus Kofi Part 73. Big Show steamrolls Kofi so bad, the teams jump the ring and the bar beat the shit out of them. Awesome. Miz TV features Rey Mysterio tonight, and AJ and Bryan try to even their record to 1-1 against the Usos. AJ, once again, suffers a communication problem with Daniel Bryan, and this time AJ gets pinned by the Usos. AJ hasn't suffered this many losses since his rivalry with James Ellsworth. What do you bet we get the trifecta and a brawl next week? Can't we get rid of Balor and the amazing Technicolor t-shirts and push him as a top-tier talent, instead of the united colors of Benetton? The answer? Too small, I guess. So now Bryan and AJ are dysfunctional, with Bryan accusing him of doing it on purpose. Come on, guys. Dumb. WWE Performance Center, where Charlotte is doing an inspirational speech, complete with loaded questions. Becky crashes it. Brawl. Who are you? I'm the women's champion. Excellent. Charlotte does the only promo she knows how to do, one in which she almost cries, proving that the women's title is the top title on SmackDown. Damn, these two are good. Rusev versus Aiden English, who took so much metal last week he should be Cyberdyne's latest model. Aiden tries to provoke Rusev, which isn't a good idea. He kills him, taps him out. See ya, Aiden. Your push is finished. Rude pause. Gobber's promo. Baylor to Bayley. Ditto. At least the match will be good. We're getting Hardy versus Orton. Again. Rey Mysterio is the guest on this week's episode of The Miz TV. He does a review of last week's show faster than me. Then he puts himself over, claims he's going to win the big clunky Saudi trophy. Then Mysterio challenges him to a fight. Predictably, we get a match out of this and The Miz loses clean. Unfortunately, this was a good match, and would have been a great preliminary match for the tournament from the nation without a name. Women's segment because reasons, featuring Empress of Glow versus Sonya Deville and the universe's greatest creation, Mandy Rose. Wow. Out comes the entire roster to hype a battle royal. It devolves into a Pier 6 catfight and a plethora of finishers and women thrown over the top rope. At the end, Asuka stands there, and I hate to tell you this, but this means jack shit. Mixed match challenge promos. What is the opposite of impressive? That's right, bullshit. And the captions don't help. Shane McMahon, Evolution. It's getting nauseating. Thank Christ it's over this weekend. He plugs the World Cup tournament, which still has no matchups, while the crowd goes into business for themselves, chanting CM Punk. Not in the tournament, apparently. Time killer. Next, it's Orton versus Hardy's left ear. Hardy takes another risky bump, and given his brother's quiet retirement from wrestling, it's clear. You also have a brain issue. Another match that could have been saved for the tournament, given away as cannon fodder on live television. Can we have one show that doesn't end in a total downer? This is a trend. Believe that. NXT UK Episode 2 of that wrestling show replete with wrestlers with ordinary names with soccer hooligans for fans. The main event this week is Wolfgang against Tyler Bate. Opening match, some guy with plastic horns, Ligero, against the guy in a wild boar costume. Back in the day, the guy with the horns lost, but he wins here. Dakota Kai and Killer Kelly are part of the UK women's division here, and that's good because NXT is full. Here's a suggestion. WWE needs some good women's wrestlers. Dakota looks like really good here, and then vows to win the UK women's title. What's with all these wrestlers claiming they want non-existent titles? Remember Zack Ryder? He invented a title. Then they pushed him for 15 minutes. Eddie Dennis, a private school principal, is a bitter man and jealous of the success of pro wrestlers when he probably made more money in 1 year than all these indie guys in 3 years. Man, pick your battles. Zach Gibson cuts a very long promo to boisterous boos, wants a rematch because he wasn't fresh. He runs down Dar. Fans wave their shoes. Out comes Dar. Then the GM comes out and pulls him to the back. Man, this guy has clout. A feature on Ashton Smith feature because we have no idea who the hell these guys are. Travis Banks is pissed off at getting laid out. He wants the Coffee Boys. Ashton Smith then defeats Tucker. Tucker. Wow, what a great ring name. Demonstrating the mid-card here in the UK is pretty solid. Danny Burch will be here next week. Expect someone to get hurt. Zach Gibson now will face Noam Dar. And next week, Noam Dar will get hurt. Then Tyler Bate and Wolfgang put on an entertaining match that Tyler wins to wrap this week. NXT onto the A show. This week's show is centered around what has been consuming the product for the past couple weeks. The parking lot beatdown of Aleister Black. Last week, Black found out who beat him down. Expect a big reveal. Undisputed Era comes out to brag about committing a 4-on-2 beatdown, and Adam Cole wants the North American title back. Who appears out of the tanning bed greased up and looking carved out of stone but EC3. What results is an impromptu match that he surprisingly wins. Then, like normal, the Era jump in and beat EC3 into oblivion. Apparently, Maya Yim is a badass Blasian baddie, whatever that means. How about Korean ass kicker? Nothing says wrestling, a homoerotic soap opera where men get into skin-tight outfits, shave their bodies, and beat each other into oblivion. And I can find no better soundtrack than a heavy metal song. That and The Village People. I digress. NXT gets this right. Use heavy metal. Flo Rida is bullshit. Nikki Cross is so excited for this week's reveal that she looks like she's going to urinate herself. Maya Yim versus Aaliyah, the girl they bring in to put other girls over. She does a good job at this. Now all she needs to do is change her name to Bernadette Horowitz. Big pat on the back. She destroyed her. Apparently Bianca Belair wants her title shot. It's nice to want things. Regal is very interested in what Aleister knows, and now Adam Cole's pissed. Wow, this guy just gang raped another guy and he's complaining. He pays for his arrogance because next week he and Bobby Fish take on the War Raiders, making Adam Cole even more pissed. If that's even possible. Roman Reigns story replay number 4. We get it. We all want him to get better, but we know what happens when you force something down the throats of the fans. They will gag. A promo package for Lacey Evans, the supermodel, mother, marine, wrestler. She is the total package. I'm in awe of the man that is married to her. He's either Superman or Super Bitch. Ciampa is wandering around a storage container desperately waiting for what? Them to add padded walls to the interior. A promo package promoting Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler at Evolution that demonstrates what a great heel Baszler has become. Please stay in NXT, for the love of God. Justin Xavier takes on Cassius Ohno, the man with the most ridiculous ring gear in wrestling. He destroys poor Xavier, and Nikki comes out to harass him for his sins. Promo package number 5, Matt Riddle debut next week. Wait to see what he's capable of. Regal comes out to address the War Games title picture and it turns into a total cluster. The ring fills up with Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, Lars Sullivan, all making claims to the title. Here comes the avalanche. Black lays out the security. He lays out the camera guy. He lays out Sullivan, and out of the blue, Johnny Gargano lays out Black. Wow. Why would you turn Gargano? It's like Game of Thrones after the reign of Castamere. Why the fuck am I watching anymore? Please give me an explanation. Please say it ain't so. Insane. On to the last week of the Mae Young Classic because I need some sleep. And to think we get this announce team for 5 hours at Evolution. Can't wait for this to be over either. Meiko Satomura versus Toni Storm. Lots of kicks and kicking out of finishers. Eventually Storm prevails in the best match of the tournament thus far. Io Shirai versus Rhea Ripley because Tegan Nox legit blew out her knee last week. If anyone is ready for the main roster in terms of charisma, persona, in-ring, it has to be Rhea Ripley. 21 years old, she is ready. Sign her now. Michael Cole sounding so hoarse because, let's admit it, he's on everything. His voice is overworked. Why is that steel grate exposed? And why is everyone doing a suicide dive onto the exposed steel? Who are they trying to impress? The chiropractor? Shariah wins? We hand out flowers. Sunday is the finals. 205 Live kicks off with a great video package that proves Hideo Itami isn't the only one who wants things to be about business. Can't things just be personal again? Lindsay Dorado looks like for revenge against Maria Kanellis' husband, Michael Bennett. All while everyone's favorite douchebag, TJP, watches on. Imagine this discussion. Mr. Perkins arrives at the arena. What do the writers have for me? You're going to suck on a lollipop and watch Lindsay and Benet wrestle. Wow, cool. What a waste of this guy. Anyhow, Bennett effectively sucks the life out of this match and any energy out of the most exciting guy in the company these days. And he wins. 100 episodes of this show. Wow. Why does it seem like way more? And why do I get the feeling they won't make it to 200? Kendrick is pissed off. Next week he will shove the umbrella up Gallagher's ass. Uh-oh. Leo Rush. Excuses. Because Fatal 5-Way isn't real. It's luck. One-on-one is a real match. The dynamic duo of Nice and Buddy Murphy is a two-man title picture. Sounds like Raw, but it was a one-man title picture. Main event. A Falls Count Anywhere match between Mustafa Ali and Hideo Itami that was a hellacious affair, and by hellacious I mean awesome match, devoid of any impulse control, and most certainly shortened both their careers. This was excellent. Drake says next week Mustafa gets Nice to see who gets Murphy for the title. Looking forward to it. On to 69 minutes of pain with a mixed match challenge. Roman Reigns replay number 5. Someone on the roster is going to benefit from Joe's misfortune here. But when he returns, expect to see the push resumed harder than ever before and the expense of the new guy. Michael Cole, too much. Vic Joseph, what a nerd. Renee, I know how to use a cell phone. On to the matches, Rude Paws versus the obliviously straight duo. Where is Chad Gable's robe? Then Balor, where's Rude's robe? Rude puts on Balor's baby jacket. When it finally gets going, it was okay. B&B win, but it would have been better with a face-heel dynamic. That's it for this week in wrestling. 8.5 hours of content for one promotion. Makes you wish for the days when Raw was just 2 hours. Don't like the humor? Please unsubscribe. Don't want to get deplatformed? Don't make right-wing comments in a society run by totalitarian leftists. Treasure your life? Don't criticize the monarchy. Don't like the content? I didn't create it. I'm just a security guard. I just observe and report. Until next week, this has been the Knights of the Squared Circle Wrestling Podcast Extra. This week in wrestling. Good night. And good luck, Roman Reigns. Believe that.